internet to psychoanalytic talk, and today we're going to be talking about two very important concepts presented by Paul-Claude Racamier, a French psychiatrist and psychoanalyst, which are the libidinal secrets and the anti-libidinal secrets. So what are those two secrets and what's the difference between them? Well, let's start with the libidinal secrets. These secrets are secrets of pleasure, secrets which are not disruptive but constructive. So, for example, very prototypically, Racamier gives these examples that these are kind of family secrets that are more of little build-ups rather than anything major. His big example is cooking. Most families have a secret recipe. There is nothing wrong in that secret recipe. It's even something that's kind of playful, as the child is going to try and understand what is a secret recipe, how do you get it? How can you get it transmitted to you? Or who in the family has it? Or who is going to inherit it? Well, those types of examples are prototypically what he refers to as libidinal secrets, little pleasurable secrets. He also gives this very interesting example of a diary. A secret diary that the child keeps is a libidinal secret, as it is pleasurable for the child. But it's also something very important, as it builds a difference within the child between the external world, the external environment, and his inner world, his inner thoughts. He also links it to the first lie that the child tells, to just see if the distinction between what he thinks and what the others understand or know is different, and if he can hide sins from others and from their gaze. And that the idea of diary for Racamier and the libidinal secret is exactly that. It's what can we hide from others and in a way should only have for ourselves. But this is very constructive, as this allows the child to have a form of privacy and intimacy that isn't necessarily a bad sin, in the same way that parents have their own privacy and intimacy. It's something that allows everyone to live together, but with certain private zones which are very healthy for the development of the individual and of the family, obviously. These little secrets are more akin to something of a game, more than anything else. As, for example, if we go back to the idea of recipe, it is not a hard exclusion, a rejection, or anything like that. It's a little something that makes us special. And that's what a secret is. Something that makes us, the people that know it, special. For example, if you see little children, if you say, oh, I have a secret, I'm going to tell you, they're often very thrilled because they go to others and say, oh, I have a secret. And that's what it is. It's a libidinal secret. It's something fun, in essence. And it's something that allows the child to understand that there is an outside world and an inside world. And the outside world is not going to intrude and destroy the inner world. So very healthy and very positive. Now let's move to the anti-libidinal secrets. These secrets are the complete opposite. They're secrets which are very paradoxical in nature. How so? Well, fundamentally, these secrets are both known and unknown to the individual. They are often exhibited and hidden at the same very time. There is a true disparagement done for anyone to ask any questions on the content of the secret. The secret is something often that is linked to transgressional material, i.e. someone broke the law. It can be some form of mythic understanding of an ancestor, like this ancestor was so grand, so grandiose, so powerful, so everything. Something that isn't right, but is presented as truth, and a truth that cannot be questioned or even altered. In a way, the anti-libidinal secret is something that's not trying to protect or hide anything, but trying to intrude upon the individual. Because what is happening is that the anti-libidinal secret comes with a form of affirmation of don't think about the secret, don't see the secret, don't act upon the secret, don't tell the secret. But there is this very interesting paradox of, at the same time, the anti-libidinal secret cannot fight the fact that people want to know about it. And sometimes there is even a perverse element to it, in which the anti-libidinal secret is going to be shared or hinted at, knowing and sharing to the other that there is a secret, yes, but you're never going to know. And worst of all, you're going to feel the effects of it, but you're never going to know about it, know what it is, how does it formulate itself, how powerful and impactful it's been in the family, but you will never know, because that secret, if it's presented in the light, would destroy everyone. At least that's how it's perceived. Whereas in truth, that anti-libidinal secret is often something that prevents any actions of separation or even individuation, as you can't think about it. It's something that's just weighing there, causing effects like a black hole, but something that you don't really perceive, but yet you feel the effects of. And for him, it's very important to understand that these secrets, these types of secrets, are in a way what shapes certain family dynamics. And of course, for Racamier, those secrets, anti-libidinal secrets, are often about incest or incestualness, i.e. something that could have happened or has happened between two members of the family, but which is not out in the open, and also being, in a way, teased to other people, because there's this perverseness in this whole aspect of trying to show it without completely unveiling it, like subtly hinting at it, pointing in the direction but never really explaining what it is. He says that often, clinically, how the clinician sees those anti-libidinal secrets is that there is something that emanates from them. He says that it's like a bad smell, that you can kind of smell that something's wrong, but you can't quite pinpoint it. And it, in a way, shows how the subject experiences it, that something's off, something is not right, and yet you're not able to watch it, see it, but you know its impacts. So in a way, it's as if it was an invisible force pushing, but as soon as you try and investigate, it's gone, because the people that have it, that have the knowledge of it, do not want to share it, as that sharing would be seen as an act of destruction. So the object of the secret is always hidden from sight, and what is shown is only an insinuation that is exciting, but is never really something that's going to be told openly. And there's often that double contrast of it's an exciting secret, but it's also one that will shock the individual. So there's that double understanding within the anti-libidinal secret that is both shocking and exciting, something of like a transgression in of itself. And often that's what incest is. It's a fundamental transgression of everything humanity has been built upon, as fundamentally the prohibition on incest is a common law throughout civilizations to an extent or another, right? It's not to say that some cultures worked differently, but they all at some level had a taboo on that, be it on the siblings, on the parents. There's always some form of taboo, and often the anti-libidinal secrets are secrets on that, on the transgression, on the breaking of that taboo. But because it's taboo, it's also hidden. It's hidden far away from sight, and isn't to be seen, but only hinted at to provoke and to amplify its effects. So here we have two very interesting ideas of secrecy. Secrecy that is constructive, and secrecy that is destructive to the individual. Constructive because the individual in the libidinal secrets can hold a secret, can develop, can individuate in a sphere of privacy, and destructive because, in the other sense, it's something that is known and hidden and breaks the individualness by preventing any form of separation, by thinking, by being able to question it and distance oneself. It's something that's kept hidden, but the effects prevent the individual from individuating, meaning that the individual is always within the sphere of the secret, which means that they never can be free from it and its effects. So, two very polar ways of seeing the secret and ways of experiencing those secrets are explained by Racamier, which are very, very interesting. I found them to be so enlightening clinically to understand so many problems. I also would like to specify that these secrets, libidinal and anti-libidinal, have nothing to do whatsoever with Swinburne's libidinal ego and anti-libidinal ego, as French psychoanalysis had a very insular development where approaches of other countries were not really linked to it. So it developed very specially under its own lines. And Racamier's ideas of libidinal and anti-libidinal secrets and all of his ideas are often something that is very French in essence. So that's the reason why you would not have heard about it beforehand. But it's very interesting how his ideas still resonate so well and how he was able to pinpoint something that's so very fundamentally true. As libidinal secrets are something that is clinically a wonderful tool, both for the child, for the clinician, and for the parent. And anti-libidinal ones are ones to be worked on, trying to find them. And he does explain that the anti-libidinal secrets one day cease to have effects, A, when they're fully understood and discovered, but also at some point they just fan out. Their power and effect just fades. And in those moments they become something that's just admitted. He also says that sometimes they can be created by accident, by shame. For example, a woman that had an affair with a man of lower status and has had a child from that man of a lower status in the past could hold that knowledge within herself, never sharing it, and creating an anti-libidinal secret. But not really because she perversely wanted to create it, but because she was so ashamed. He says that shame sometimes creates those types of anti-libidinal secrets. It's also the same case with, for example, children that were born out of wedlock. Well, now, it's not a problem now in our Western societies, but 150 years ago, it was often a mark of shame and guilt. So these things can play a role within the anti-libidinal secret, which is not always perverse in essence, but always has effects, detrimental effects towards the individual and the family as a whole. Well, that pretty much sums it up. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, anything you would like to ask, please feel free to do so in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!